All right, hey girls. So we're going to do a quick analysis here. We're going to start off with C3. I believe this is Angie's daughter because you look like Angie and you paddle like Angie. So we'll start it off, and which is a good thing. I just want to say I've known Angie for 20 years, great paddler. So yeah, we'll take a look at this. We'll do some slow motion first, then just kind of so you can see exactly what you look like in slow motion. Slow it down a little bit more. All right, take a look at the left side, see how you look. Let's take a look at the right side. I'll let you kind of make the judgment here on, what the technique looks like and what your own thoughts on your technique are. Taking a look at your own video is always like one of the hardest things about paddling is it's like, wow, that's what I look like. And it's like listening to yourself speak. It's like, wow, that's really what I sound like. It sounds awful. So, get used to it. And, all of this is to make ourselves better. So take a look here. And yeah, overall looks good. So what I would want to do here is now I'm going to take this into kind of like an analysis of what the stroke looks like. So overall, stroke looks really good. Taking a look at your body positioning. So we'll start here. This is where your setup starts. So right here, boom. And we go into right here. This is where your paddle is fully submerged into the water. And, oops. Coming out right about here. Okay, so good angles. So let's take a look at these three angles here. So what my first recommendation would be is this second line here, this middle line. We want to try to get the paddle buried as soon as possible. So if you can, get your paddle buried more up here, and your top hand would be probably a little bit further up over here. So if you can get the paddle buried up in front versus here, because right now what this looks like is, we're already starting off at a negative angle. We're already pulling the canoe like backwards and down. So ideally what we want to try to do is get the canoe or get the paddle buried up in front, and that way you kind of like, we say lift the canoe up. Okay, so that would be the first thing. So taking a look, I'm not too concerned about this exit angle here. There's differing theories on that, so don't worry about this. The exit is good. Only thing, I would say the biggest thing is the paddle entry angle. So in order for us to do that, so let's skip ahead a couple of frames. So it looks good. Oh, so yeah, that's the first thing that we're looking at, right? So the second thing that we look at is twist. So we look at shoulders here, between the two shoulders, and then from your head, your neck, down to your waist, right? So this is the angles of your body, and I really like the way, oh, actually, let's start here. No. Start here, all right? So I like the way that your body twists. See how your shoulders are now from here to there, right? So there's that twisting motion. So this one here, so I'll go back. So taking a look at the top shoulder, right? So your top shoulder, your right shoulder here goes forward, 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 which is really good. So I like that twisting motion. And then let's take a look at this bottom shoulder, your left shoulder. Shoulder goes back, 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 back. So two ways to get power in when we're paddling. There's this twist motion, right? So you got these shoulder twists. So your right shoulder twisting forward, and then your bottom shoulder, your left shoulder, pulling yourself back, right? So twist is one way that we get power. The other way that we get power, which you are also really good at here, is our hinge motion. So if we take a look from your legs to your hips, and then up to your head, right? So actually this is more like it right here. And then what happens is now your body is up here, right? So again, right there, okay? So if you see these two angles, so we got, again, power comes from twist, and then this is called hinge. So the hinge is right there. So you're going from this line, this first line, all the way to this second line, right? So that is really good. So you're getting a lot of power from both of those things. That is the best way to get power from your stroke. So if anything, my only recommendations would be to, of course, get that paddle buried a little bit sooner. So again, over there, let's get the paddle buried up in front over here instead of back here, because right now we're back here. I want to get the paddle buried up front. In order to do that, what you can do is, see this twist here. So right now what's happening is you're starting to twist before the paddle gets entered. So don't twist until the paddle is fully buried, and then you can start twisting and then hinging back into the back of your seat. So good stuff though. I think there was you probably got a lot of power here. Yeah, so let's get this paddle buried right up in front. Get that paddle buried in the front. See it right there. This is when your paddle is fully submerged, and really truly only when you can start pulling hard. Because if you start pulling hard from here to here, what's going to happen is you're going to have a lot of bubbles, which you don't, which is good. Like, you don't want to have a lot of those bubbles. So that would be my biggest recommendations. Overall, let's go slowly through this again. Let's see if I see anything else. But yeah, overall, it's really good. The fact that you're hinging on your body means that you're getting on your legs, which is good. A lot of power comes from your legs. Oh yes, and I saw this change. Here we go. Look at this. Yeah, we are fully buried now, and not much power on that first stroke. Yeah, so this is everybody. It's not just you. Changes are super crucial. So just making sure that we get ourselves buried on that first change. Same thing on your right side. It looks like, so here your paddle is set up, and then we go, 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 go. Your paddle is probably buried right around here. Yeah. So again, that twisting motion occurs a little bit too early. Okay, so right about here. So let's take a look at the twist. So your front shoulder to your top shoulder, and then from your neck down to your waist. Okay, so we're twisting already, and our paddle is now buried, but look at your shoulders. So now shoulder from there to your bottom shoulder. See how much twist you've gotten already, yeah? So you've gotten rid of all your twist power before the paddle is even buried. So those are the only things. Let's take a look at your change coming over to the left side. Yeah, but overall your top hand looks really good. Straight top arm, which is really good. Straight bottom arm, which is really good. And let's take a look at this change. Oh, much better on the change, but again, right there, buried right there, and then finishing up. So that's pretty much it. Overall, really good job. So this setup looks amazing. Work on flexibility. So a lot of our guys, we do a lot of yoga. So flexibility will definitely help you, and being able to open up your body, open up your chest, so that way you can get this angle, this forward angle from here. So if we can get this forward angle up to there, oh yeah, then we're in business. And then that way it's a lot easier. So your forward angle is here, your setup angle, and then once your blade is fully buried, then your top hand will be right around there, and your blade will be buried up in the front there. So sorry for all the lines. Hopefully this makes sense and hopefully it's helpful. But yeah, feel free to let us know if you have questions.